Even though I've been involved in the Sarah Jones trial, I got a comment on the George Zimmerman trial. I crack up at all these people that act like the defense has got it won, and I'm a defense lawyer, and the prosecution's done such a lousy job. Well, let me tell you something. The prosecutors got the case to the jury. They overcame a defense verdict. And how about this? The defense is self-defense. You don't think those 6 jurors are going to like the fact that you claim self-defense and you don't take the witness stand? And guess what the word is? The word is Zimmerman wanted to take the witness stand and his lawyers wouldn't let him. Let me tell you something about jackwagon defense attorneys. You know what they do? They think that there's a book that you open up and you say, well, you don't call the defendant. Let me tell you something. If you say self-defense, you better call your client. And you know what? It's not going to be perfect. Is George Zimmerman's testimony going to contradict maybe a few things that he said on interviews and so forth and so on? Guess what, folks? A witness's testimony doesn't have to be perfect. Sarah Jones' testimony wasn't perfect. There's always going to be something. It doesn't matter. What they look for is the core of what the testimony is. And the bottom line is, George Zimmerman, with 6 women on a jury, not having the guts to take the stand and testify, looks pretty bad. So those that think that it's a foregone conclusion the defense is going to win, are you kidding me? Not likely. In addition to that, I watch Fox News, and I see Kimberly Guilfoyle, Mark Furman, and all these other jackwagon commentators talking about how, I can't believe this prosecutor was yelling at the jury. I watched it. He wasn't yelling at the jurors. He was being emphatic. He was being compassionate. And what he was focusing on is what he should focus on. All of this odd stuff of George Zimmerman carrying around a gun, going, stalking him, following, being told to not do it. Now, we all know that self-defense has to be in that moment, that very moment when you have to, whether you should have self-defense or not. But you know what? That jury can sit there and say, yeah, that's all true, but he shouldn't have been there in the first place. And don't think, and you know what, those people that think the jurors follow the law just like that, isn't the way it always happens. You know what you got to do? And this is why I'm such a darn good trial lawyer. In fact, I think I'm the best trial lawyer in America. You know what you got to do? You got to blend it. You got to blend the emotion with the facts and with the law. And I'll tell you right now, I would be shocked if he's acquitted because he didn't take the stand. And let me tell you something. If you're facing that amount of punishment, how do you not go down fighting? You know what? This little crybaby up here in Warren County who drowned his wife in the bathtub and claimed he didn't do it, never took the stand. You want to fight for your life? You take the stand. Nicole Howe, falsely accused teacher, took the stand. That's what you do. Sarah Jones takes the stand. That's how you handle that thing. And let me tell you something else about this. These defense lawyers, you talk about malpractice. After he says he's not going to take the stand, the prosecutors then, doing the instructions, get a lesser included charge of third-degree murder, which the jury is going to get an instruction, and the defense attorney goes, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Well, guess what? Did you not think about that before you decided he not take the stand? Probably not. I'm going to tell you right now, for all those people that thinks the defense has been had the upper hand in this, wrong. Everybody who says the prosecutors got these witnesses, they did all that they could do with what they had because there weren't a bunch of eyewitnesses to this, and the victim is dead. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care if Trayvon Martin had tattoos all over his body or whatever the case may be. He was 17 years old. George Zimmerman was a man. It was a fist fight and a gun was pulled. Ladies and gentlemen, across this country every night, fist fights happen. How many times do guns get pulled?